Today going to Mount Kinabalu. This is the approach, just been picked up from the hotel, and we're leaving the coast now and going up into the hills. Vegetation very lush here, some nice houses, and the weather's fine. Of course it could change, the normal sequences, fine in the morning, rain in the afternoon. Hope it doesn't change though, it's nice now. Pretty bumpy road. Clouds down in the valley. In the clouds now. Maybe the mountain here, not sure, looks pretty big anyway. And partially in cloud but not totally. So it looks like despite COVID the walk is pretty well frequented, plenty of people here. And I'm assuming that is the mountain up there. As we approached, it was the highest thing in the neighbourhood. And they all look about 50 years younger than me. And probably 20 times as fit. I think I see some sort of station up there in the middle, or electricity pylon. So it looks like there'll be a lot of people on the trail, but my suspicion is that pre-COVID it was vastly more, because just so well organised, and they've obviously invested so much money in it. They're doing it for large numbers of people. There's a map of the trail and the complex and the overall park. And there she is, the mountain. This is Mount Kinabalu. It's the highest thing that I can see near here. I'm at 1800 meters, that's 4,200. The rest station where we spend tonight is 3,200. Quite frankly, if I get to the rest station at 3,200, I will count it as a success. I think it's less than 50-50 that I get up there to the top. Apparently the last bit is extremely steep. Most of it's steep, all of it's steep. All of it's steep in an upward direction. But the last bit is beyond the tree line, bare rock. You have to pull yourself up on, well, it's, what do they call it, Gesteig. Yeah, so for me, the main objective is to get to the rest station today. Spend the night, maybe go back tomorrow. So this is the start of the walk, and unfortunately, the first part goes downhill.
Ready to go?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Slow and steady.
Yeah. Maybe not so good that it starts off with steps, goes straight into the knees. bit of wildlife sound from the jungle. Not quite sure what they are. Maybe birds, could be monkeys. And it sounds like we're going over a waterfall now. A little bit of a waterfall.
The first official Kabapak Rangers. Yeah.
This is called the Carlson Waterfall. First ranger of the park. And now this is where the uphill starts. Carrying about 20 kilograms, and they're overtaking us. I've just learned they're actually carrying 40. This guy, that looks more than 40. My goodness me. So it's getting a little bit crowded. Traffic jam at the first rest stop. After they said after 1 kilometre I make it 1.29 kilometres. Maybe I started counting earlier. So far so good. The track is extremely well prepared. For the steep bits there are steps, proper steps. Some of them wood, some of them stone. And for the flat bits there are sort of, what do you call it? Well, anyway, wood to help you walk. Obviously it gets very slippy in the rain. This part is flat and dry. Some more wood here. They put a lot of investment into this trail, and they're probably getting hundreds, thousands of people a year. I mean, even today, just after the end of the COVID emergency, I mean, the car park was full. 50 people down there. I think there's a limit of 183 climbers a day. Justin,
Yeah.
what's the limit number of climbers a day?
For the moment, we are about 160.
160. Mm-hmm. And from here, it just goes down and down and down. Don't know, that would be a bit tough to walk down. And that reminds me of the British expedition, which climbed from a ridge somewhere up here. May have been down this face, and they got into difficulties and had to be rescued, and it nearly ended fatally. Don't know if you can see that over there. There's a plant growing on a branch, and there's a sort of ridge here in the middle of nowhere, and that goes down an awful long way. I can't see on this side. So this part is great. It's the first flat part we've been in. It's been uphill stairs all the way, and it's literally at the incline level of degree of stairs. And here a nice little bit, we're on a ridge, nice little bit of flat. I can hear a waterfall, but I can't see it. I can see a lot of vegetation. I can just about see to the other side of the valley. Not bright sunshine, which will probably make it too hot. Just pleasant at the moment. And back to the uphill. And interestingly, the recovery rate was pretty good. It was 120 before I started on that little bit of flat, and went down to 89 BPM. Good sign. Again, another piece of flat, or reasonably flat. And that looks like a steep bit. Lots of moss. What you would call a rainforest. And goodness knows how far that goes down. What this is, it looks like power cables along here. The interesting thing is that when I put my hand on the pole, it's very, very cold, so it gives an idea of what the temperature drop must be. Is this electricity?
This is electricity. Those cables, but it doesn't work for the moment.
It's very civilized. There's even a toilet stop. There's one of these every few hundred yards, and the toilet. Very civilized. Making very good progress now, racing past all these other people.
Hi, visitors.
Hi there. Seems to be getting a little bit easier here, but it could be a figment of the imagination. It's not exactly motivating when you see the porters race past you like that, carrying 40 kilograms. Sorry. 700 yards till we get to the next stop, where we're going to have lunch. And so far we've been lucky, no rain, just a few spots. This is looking very much like a rainforest. Ferns. Yeah, he said that, didn't he? He said the vegetation changes. Yeah, it's changing. These mighty trees up here. This is a danger zone because there was an avalanche some time ago, but it's pretty solid now, and they're telling us not to linger, so we're going as fast as we can, which in my case is not very fast. Danger zone. Starting to get steamy here, dripping on my head. Maybe I'll need to put a raincoat on soon. $200 yards to go to the stop. Looks like this is it. Lunch break. And I think I need it. Whoops, point of exhaustion. Hope that lunch is going to reinvigorate me. Lots of people, this must be it. So, lunch break?
Lunch break.
Jolly good. What is that? Wow. Ambulance on the track. Somebody being carried down on a stretcher. So I've seen one person so far being carried down on shoulders. Now one person on a stretcher. Oh dear. And there's a lovely flower in here. See the flower?
This flower.
Yeah. If we hadn't have stopped, I wouldn't have seen it. Oh, there's more here.
Yeah, more here.
Oh, yes. Now getting much flatter. We're up at 3,000, round about. 200 height meters to go. and I think about 3/4 of a kilometre, I believe. Don't know. Different sort of landscape here. I'm getting exhausted and I'm losing my voice. Nice red petals. And my guide is having a nice little stroll. And it looks like we're not quite done with the climbs yet. A little bit left. And we've even got some ropes to climb up now. Pondok Villosa.
Let's have break.
Okay.
Huh? Oh.
Well, this is the house where we're spending the night. Good view from here. And I don't somehow think I'll be going on tomorrow morning. Don't know what happens now. Where's the office? Everybody having an early breakfast, getting ready for the assault on the peak of the mountain. Sunrise is at 5 o'clock. Takes 2 hours to get up. So everybody having a quick breakfast. I'm not quite sure which direction it comes from. Behind those hills somewhere. I'm insulting them by calling them hills. They're mountains, of course. This isn't England. You see a long way from up here. This hut is where we're staying. Mount Kinabalu. Sun's just starting to come up. And now everything's turning very bluish. And here again, this is almost like sandstone, completely different. There are so many different types of vegetation coming up here that you walk through. It's quite strange, like several different types of forest. And now getting into a different sort of vegetation again. More of the moss, greenery. Still no big trees. Not really the jungle rainforest yet. You can see what they've done here. They've bonded a lot of boulders together. You can see the cement marks to make a pathway, and quite frankly a very steep pathway going up or going down, as I've just felt. But it's firm, it gives grip, you know, you've got purchase. It's a very, very well thought out and maintained park and walkway up to Kinabalu. I think a lot of other parks, including parks in Europe, can take some lessons from this. Flat piece now. And now we're getting into the big tree rainforest area, and believe you me, some of these trees are very big. It almost looks like a redwood or a sequoia. I think we saw that on the way up.
Morning.
Morning.
Congrats.
Fallen tree. Nearing the end, we can see various things. I think that's the start of the walk where the shuttle comes down there.